Hello everybody, welcome to an update on how to make an album. This time we're gonna talk about sound. And in the past few days, week or so, I've been recording a lot, all my different songs, and trying stuff out and thinking a lot about the sound that I want to go for. And I've been recording on the piano and voice, quite simple. Then I've been messing a little bit with a synthesizer to see what I can get out of it, and also the acoustic guitar. And what I discovered is that probably is gonna be a mix. So another thing I wanted to mention is I watched a Andrew Huang and Rob Scallon album in a day project where they make an album each 1st of October for, I don't know, 6 years now they've been doing it. So it's possible to do a lot in a day. I mean, they have also an audio engineer ready and a nice studio with many instruments, and they can also play everything. It's like crazy, these guys. But also recommended, but I missed this live stream. It was the Esperanza Spalding project of making an album in 72 hours. So you can do a lot in a day, but it's just to say, not every day can be like that. That's kind of how it goes. Sometimes you just have a whole day of productivity that you get a lot done. So I've been practicing all the songs in the mornings, but not really recording. And then one day I decided, okay, I'm gonna try to record all of them. So that's what I did, and I've been listening to it and thinking about how to make them work. Also in a way to just kind of get it done, to get the first version out, and maybe get a little feedback or something. And what I've discovered for some of them, that the piano works very well, and for others that I still want to keep the guitar. So one thing I want to mention is I had a podcast appearance. I was guest on the Chasing the Beats podcast by SQF, a fellow weekly beater that we've met during 2024 weekly beats, and on his channel he's interviewing all different creators from last year. So be sure to check it out if you're interested. It's about 2 hours of discussion and music, and about the creative process, about how I got into music and so on. And one thing that we discussed in there is the Videogames song. And then it's an apt first song to try to get recorded, so that's what I did, because it's also the first song from this series of more songwritery stuff that I've been doing during Weekly Beats last year. So when I did video games, from there on I just been doing guitar songs more or less. And that one I recorded as a very raw demo in the park, just on the guitar and voice with birds in the background, and the vibe from that recording is quite nice. And we can have a little listen to, so you can get a little idea. Okay, so let's listen to Video Games from 2024, the first phone version. Okay, here I'm in Logic. Nice and toasted, compressed by the iPhone. Here comes the voice. I just wanna play my video games, shut my door and turn off my lights, and fight for my life, do what's right. I just wanna know. Okay, let's not listen to the whole thing. Basically this version, it has that atmosphere, it has that vibe that is so good. You can hear the birds, you can hear the ambient noise, and the guitar and the voice are so close, and they kind of make you feel like you're there on the grass listening in front of you, even though it's not like a clean sound, but it's like a quite processed sound. But the problem with it, of course, is it's not so technically accurate. The voice is very weak. I'm using the very I just wanna, the kind of the whispery front of mouth voice instead of I just wanna know ba ba ba, like more body, you know. So that's kind of the reason why I cannot really go for this version, but it does, listening to it again, it gave me a good vibe, and it reminded me that this is kind of what I should be going for with this song, because it does communicate the right thing, you know. So I did record a version of it. This is the phone version, and here's the version I recorded just the other day. Well, one is here. I have two versions. One is a little bit shorter, loopable, and one is a bit longer. And I'm gonna start with the longer one just to show you what it's all about. So here it is. I just wanna play my video games, close the door, turn off the lights, and fight for my life into the night. Switched. And be the hero. I just wanna know, which team am I? Where are the demons I have to fight and come back to life whenever I die? And be the hero. But in the morning I wake up to the same old world tomorrow. I put on my face and I go out, still playing the hero. But life is no video game, and I'm just a guy. I don't wanna fight a bunch of demons. Very closely, some video game sounds. Those of you over a certain age will recognize Diablo 2 as the inspiration of this song. And there I was playing the sorceress and I died, but I came back to life. Back in the fight. And here I'm going out into the normal world again in the song. So I fade out the video game sounds, and I really need to get back some bird sounds and put them in here. And also maybe in the beginning of the song, and create that atmosphere, because that's technically it's better and the voice is nicer and I'm very happy with it. But it lost that atmosphere, so I'm gonna try to process it, to work with it, make it really vibey, and then it's all right. I don't know if I want to keep that final arpeggio or I want to leave it more open-ended with the G, you know, ending like here. What will happen? I don't know. Without concluding it, you know. So, still debating that. And then I have a shorter version. In this one, I wouldn't have the opportunity to put in the video game sounds. But I made it just because I don't know, maybe it's a bit too long with the instrumental thing pasted after the main song. And then if it's like send it to the radio or something, maybe they want to really short and to the point version. So starts the same, you know, with one A part, and then boom, go go go. I just wanna play, and then it ends here. Demons. And it's again one A part, and then it ends with A part so that it can loop again. Not that they're gonna loop it at the radio, but I'm just saying. It's like a compact version, you know. Can play it on repeat or whatever. I don't know. Still working on it. One thing I realized maybe late in the process is this video is gonna be super long if I talk about all the songs. So if I can summarize a bit what I've been doing with them is I've been testing out versions on guitar and piano and adding some synth, adding other elements, backing vocals, stuff that's doable for me, and thinking about how that will integrate with the songs. And for example, one of the songs that I'm having some difficulties figuring out what I want to do with it is Dreams. This guy. When I play it on the piano, it's a full arrangement just on the piano. And I also listened again to the version on the guitar with layers, which goes ba 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 ba. So questionable tuning on this guitar. I think it has bad action, so I have to fix it one day, but I don't want to spend any cash right now. But basically with Dreams, I think I want to keep the guitar as the main instrument to start with, and then have this element on the piano later in the track. And maybe then when I'm going to dreams are strong, you see, maybe then I come in with more aggressive piano, just as a way to crank up the energy. And I'm also very much considering synth or some kind of fake strings. Maybe not this exact voice, but that's the kind of stuff that I can do at home here in the studio. And a big consideration for this one and many other songs is the drums. If I want to put drums or not. And maybe something to mention that I've been exploring is, well, should I use a drum machine again? Levy the drummer, you know, from last year. He's not grooving. And some of these songs, they have a bit different grooves that any of the drummers from Logic or the drum machines that I have any amount of experience with can do. And of course I've been looking into new options, but I've been also playing a little bit more live and going to jams and stuff, and a real drummer is a real drummer, you know. So I think for some of the songs, even though it's very tricky to get into it, I am gonna make an effort to find a drummer and find a studio and book it. And then I'm gonna also document that process so that you guys get to see how I do it. Hopefully it's helpful as an insight for anybody out there. But basically, for Dreams song, it's a big crescendo, the whole song. Even though, I mean, it starts down here. So that that's going up, and then the second verse also going a little bit up, and then and then here maybe it goes a little bit down, but then it continues to go up, so all the way up till verse 4, and it goes to the kind of bridge part thing that changes the key, and then it starts at a new kind of high intensity thing, and then it still needs to go up. So there's a lot of going up for a song, and you can do it on one instrument, but probably what is needed is to add more and more stuff somehow, or at least in the arrangement. Doesn't mean adding more instruments always fixes things. Sometimes it can actually go completely awful and cacophonous. But I think for this song, that's the kind of thing that I would like. And as a drum groove, I mean, I tried it real quick a couple of times with my drummer. What drum grooves goes with this? I don't know. I don't know. I don't really hear it. But well, that's in the beginning. Later on. Something like that, maybe. And something like that, maybe. I don't know. It's a strange one. Levy the drummer for sure can't do it. And without really knowing what I want from it, booking a drummer and a studio or something like no money, limited time, it sounds super stressful. We're gonna go in there. I don't know why I'm saying this, but because I've done more stressful things in less time with less resources than potentially one day in a studio or something. But just when I depend on other people, it's getting all tricky. So it's kind of a thing I'm considering. I want to know what I want before I go in there. Probably better approach would be to just go, trust people, and trust the process, and hope for the best, and it's gonna be nice. At least that's what I would tell somebody else as a piece of advice. But when it comes to this song and this album, I have a bit of an idea of what I want. So that's why I'm not super happy with the idea of going in the studio with somebody I'm not 100% sure with. I mean, it can be my drummer that I know him more or less. But yeah, I don't know what will come out. And then, yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. Basically, I still want to figure it out before delving into it. But I think it's worth it for this song. It's worth it for the Hold My Hand. We made it again. To the promised land. And then near the end is like, hold my hand and push me off a ledge. It goes really crazy. And it would make sense with drums. Because otherwise the crescendo just doesn't really hit its peak. And it can go higher. And it would be nice to give it all. And what else? We have the war song. That one is easy. That one actually I have it in here in Logic. I can show you real quick. Okay, so here we are in Logic again. If it comes to war, I don't think I'll believe it. I'll spend the day reading all the crazy news. I'll tell myself this is important, scrolling endlessly, and reach the conclusion that I haven't read a single useful thing. If it comes to war, I'll probably call my father. lives far away, but he'll know what to do. So, yeah, this version this is like a first take. It's pretty raw, it doesn't have effects and a vibe yet, but I think it's, clean and pretty okay recording quality, and I can work with it. And it gives the right message when it's just piano and voice. And it might even be more powerful on the guitar. But I cannot really play it so well yet on the guitar, so I might go with the piano version. It's a pretty full song without so much extra. And the message is the most important part of that song. Similar to the video games, it has to feel like you're being spoken to from close by. So that's why it makes a lot of sense to just go with a very simple version. It could be also like a early Beatles or early Lennon thing with some nice rock drums. Imagine vibe, something like that. But since I don't have a band to call up and do it with, I think it's just gonna be simple. Would be nice though with some drums. But anyway, then we got Pursuit of Love and Duckweed. These guys, actually I was playing around with Duckweed, the song, just before recording this video, and that's where I have this sound. That's how I developed this sound. I mean, it's basically from a preset from this hydrasynth. It's got these falling things. Sometimes when I'm alone, I sit by the lake beside my home to watch the duckweed so green. Think about days that haven't been. In the corner of my eye, I see a different life passing me by, making ripples through the water and trees, disappearing as soon as it appears. It's all going away. perceptions combined. Trapped in a web of my own lies. I'm starting to believe the nonsense of meaning, the art of redeeming lost time, lost time. Yeah, so it's very much like 70s, 80s, early synth effect, perhaps a little bit overused in demos or whatever. But I liked it. It kind of inspired. I mean, I like that kind of atmosphere in the song, and I'm thinking maybe without this exact, but with some kind of synthesis, some kind of layers, and then I can even do it live to some degree with, maybe I need another person or two, somebody may on the bass, that would be nice. But maybe also drums, because near that end where I'm starting to believe, it'll be nice to have a little crescendo. Nonsense of meaning, the art of redeeming. You can imagine some drums there, no? Lost time. Nice soft groove, even though it's a kind of a slow ballad song. It can have a little bit of energy there, so you really want to embrace that feeling that takes you on a journey or something. That would be nice. So I've been thinking a lot about that too. What could I do without a proper drummer, or how can I really make this work without so much investment from somebody that I cannot pay or want to spend a lot of time, and it's tricky. So anyway, those are my thoughts about the sounds that I'm experimenting with. I hope to have at least a couple of the more simple songs recorded very soon and have them ready. Maybe I make another video updating you on that once it's ready. I mean, Videogames is quite close. If it comes to War, it's pretty close. I still haven't covered the last two songs in the proper videos, but I might do it or I might not. We'll see. And then the rest, well, the more elaborate ones will probably come a bit later, once I have a bit of a pipeline, you know. I was thinking maybe it's good to start with a very elaborate song so that the rest can go very easily from a reduced version of that pipeline. But the annoying part of that is that I will have to spend a lot of time before I have even one song. So that's why I wanted to throw together the Videogames, the simple ones first, then it feels a little bit like I'm a bit more ahead. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Final news. Maybe I give you a little update. I have the jazz festival gig I'm very excited about. You can see I'm it's freshly printed. Got my name over in the magazine. So I'll be playing on the 5th. Keep this one. And yeah, I have another gig on Thursday with two wonderful songwriters, Krista Wolf and Jordan Jackson. It's gonna be nice and cozy. And apart from that, it's recording and maybe hanging out outside, recording some birds. Okay, thank you for watching, and see you around. Hope you have a nice start of your summer. Catch some live gigs if you have them around, wherever you are. Okay, bye-bye.